No. Good, you'd think they could have come up with a better story than that. How'd they expect anyone to believe them?
Who knows how their minds work, Andy?
True. Well, better get on with it. Get your autograph later.
What do you want?
Oh, I thought you might like someone to talk to.
You mad or something? Well, what if Rita sees you?
Well, I'll take the chance.
Yeah, well, thanks anyway, but I don't want no more trouble.
All right, but the offer stays open, whether Rita likes it or not.
Look, why are you doing this after what I done to you in the riot?
Well, I don't think you're as bad as the others make out, and I might be mistaken, but I think you just got mixed up with the wrong person.
Meaning who?
I wasn't talking to you.
Well, there's no point talking to Dogface. She ain't got a brain.
I don't agree with you, Lou.
No? And I'm the wrong person to get mixed up with, am I? Leave her alone. Says who? Says me.
You better clear off.
Why didn't you stick up for me in the shower block?
Because you're not worth it. You keep getting me into trouble.
Some partner you turned out to be.
I told you, we're not partners anymore.
Suits me fine.
Don't you go hurting Nancy either.
Getting all pally, are we?
Yeah, well, she's the only decent one in this place. You hurt her and I'll thump you.
Oh, yeah? Well, when I'm top dog again, you're going to be the one that's getting a thumping.
Yeah? You'll be waiting a bloody long time. Let's face it, Lou, you've had it!
Good morning.
I thought you'd be asleep for ages.
Ben's dead to the world. I've been up for a while.
Hungry?
No, I'll grab something a little later.
I need a cup of tea.
You spent the night with him, didn't you?
If you're referring to Dan, yes, I did.
And don't you realise you're making a complete fool of yourself? For God's sake, he's a bikie.
I see. It's all right for you to break up families and bring home Japanese businessmen, but if poor old mother doesn't fit the mold, it's a different story.
Of course not.
Then let me make my own mistakes, Pippa.
I was only trying to help.
Then I suggest you make the time to see past the leather jacket and the bike. Then you might see him for the sort of person he really is. That would help both of us.
Are you in love with him?
Yes, I think I am. And I'm not ashamed to admit it, and I am not going to make excuses for the way I feel to you or anyone else.
No, a bit further than that. We entered the state championships one year and just missed out on the title.
Good, you must have been quite a pair.
I need to sound so surprised.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean... What made you give it up?
Oh, well, the partner decided to go modern and I wasn't interested in that. So he found another partner and I just gave it away.
It's a shame.
Sorry if I'm boring you.
Oh, for heaven's sake, Joan. It's just that I was feeling the effects of all these double shifts lately. The sooner Jan gets over the flu and comes back, the better.
I see they've got Kelly down for the laundry.
Yes, Moran wants to keep her in there with Connors.
Likes trouble, does he?
No, he just wants to make an example of her in front of the other women. It's up to us to see that there isn't any trouble.
Yeah, that'd be right. He plays the games and we do the work.
It's a rat face and ugly now. Who would have thought? Grow up, Connors.
Yeah, shorty.
Keep the noise down, please, ladies.
Behave like animals, you'll be treated like animals. As if we weren't already. You keep a civil tongue in your head, Wyndham. You'll be here for keeps this time.
She's not breaking any rules, Joan.
Well, the governor's just arrived and he's furious.
Well, what about?
Well, he didn't say. He just wants to see all the officers individually.
I hope nothing's wrong.
Well, so do I. But he wants to see you first, Miss Ferguson, as soon as muster's over.
So what do you reckon all the whispering was about?
Oh, the freak didn't look too happy, did she?
How about you let Jules do skip? You never know who she might bump into.
Good idea. I've got another little job for you, too.
Yeah, well, don't forget the freak will be watching.
So is Steve. Yeah, well, don't race him off today, Chil. Because I want all those tins up there washed out. They can come in very useful. What the hell for?
You're going to start brewing the grog.
Yep.
You're kidding.
Yep.
Right here under the spruce noses.
Too right. Uh-oh, girls, get on the gas masks. Ha ha, very funny.
And if she tweaks, she'll make sure the screws find out.
Well, you two load the tins into the skip. I can get busy.
Rack off, Corky. I'm working it today.
Like hell, ya.
Jessie works the sewing machine. I've got another little job for you. Oh, yeah, look at the floor clean, I suppose.
No, that's tomorrow. Today you get to wash all the puppy nappies from maternity starting now.
Get nicked.
You don't, you'll be wearing them, Lou.
At least now you can see what happens to little kids when they get too full of themselves.
And I won't have officers backstabbing me to the press.
It might help if I knew what you were talking about.
An officer from Wentworth Detention Centre is quoted as saying she believes the new governor was duped by Wyndham into agreeing to their early release. He's also being far too soft on prisoners in light of the recent violence at the prison. Sound familiar?
Very, but it wasn't me who spoke to the press.
No.
Yes, and I object to being the first one accused whenever anything goes wrong.
I plan to talk to all the officers.
Oh, I see. I just happened to be the first in line. Hmm?
Now you're being paranoid, Miss
Well,
Ferguson.
we'll see if the union agrees. You've had it in for me ever since you took over, Moran.
Rubbish. Moran, put him on. Yes, Minister. Yes, I have. No, I understand, and I'll be happy to. Thank you for letting me know. Well, since you're the first to be accused of everything, Miss Ferguson, you might as well be first to know that Mrs. Reynolds is returning as governor.
I see.
Tell Mrs. Morris I want to see her.
Certainly.
All right, Etty, I'll call you. Bye.
Well, I'm glad I got that all sorted out.
Problems?
Only trying to get my message across, but I think she believes me now.
I'm really glad you're going back.
So am I. Now I finally made the decision. I'm really looking forward to it. You sure you won't change your minds and stay?
Definitely. Just think, an air-conditioned, fully serviced apartment and no arguments, I hope.
Ben, don't be awful. Not arguing anymore, are we, Anne?
Would we do that?
Anyway, we'll be around here for dinner so often you won't even know we're gone.
When do you start work?
Well, I've already spoken to the minister and he's happy for me to start straight away.
Today?
Why not?
You know, that really is good news. Yeah, well, I don't think Moran's too pleased about it.
Oh, no, I hadn't thought of that. Still, I expect he'll be transferred to another prison. He might even get a governorship somewhere else. You know, I'll be sorry to see him go. He's quite nice once you get to know him.
Well, then you'll be pleased to know that he isn't going anywhere.
Oh, come on, Meg. He wouldn't be satisfied being demoted from governor just to an ordinary officer.
What about deputy governor?
But you are deputy governor?
Was.
But they can't do
I'm
that.
afraid they just did.
He used to give me roses. I wish he could again. But that was on the outside, and things were different then.